from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
Making sense of Henrico's COVID-19 numbers and your chance to learn more about Richmond area tourism coming up in today's Henrico News Minute for Friday, December 4th, 2020. It's brought to you today by Henrico Area Mental Health and Commonwealth Catholic Charities.
And now for the news.
Well, it's a mixed bag of news related to COVID-19 for Henrico County, where the average number of new daily cases during a moving 7-day period continues to drop, but so does the number of daily testing encounters in the county. On average now, 68 new daily cases are being reported in Henrico, down from a peak of 90 November 26th. There were 66 new cases reported yesterday by the Virginia Department of Health in Henrico, along with 5 deaths and 3 new hospitalizations attributed to the virus. The county's now surpassed 8,600 confirmed cases of the virus. It's also reported 260 virus-related deaths and 604 related hospitalizations. The number of reported testing encounters has been dramatically lower since the Thanksgiving holiday, according to the VDH. November 28th was the last day with more than 600 tests reported. Now, it's unclear whether fewer tests actually have been conducted or if a reporting delay is causing the lower than normal numbers. The county had been averaging more than 1,300 tests per day recently, but that number has fallen to just more than 1,000 during the most recent 7-day period. There are currently 7 active outbreaks of COVID, responsible for at least 171 cases of the virus in senior communities. The earliest of the 7 began all the way back August 21st at Blue Ridge Senior Living, and so far has infected 26 people there and killed 5, according to the VDH. The most recent of those 7 outbreaks began November 24th. That's at Beth Shalom Home of Virginia. So far, it's infected fewer than 5 people with no deaths reported. Ongoing outbreaks also are happening at Elizabeth Adam Crump Manor in Glen Allen, where so far 62 people have contracted the virus since the beginning of November, and at Westminster Canterbury, where 49 have contracted it since September 29th. There's also one at Westport Rehabilitation and Nursing Center with 25 cases and no deaths, as well as smaller outbreaks at Commonwealth Senior Living and Manor House. In total, since the pandemic began, there have been 31 outbreaks in senior communities in Henrico, totaling nearly 1,050 cases, or about 12% of Henrico's overall count. Those outbreaks also have accounted for 155 deaths, or about 60% of the county's virus-related total. And a couple more free COVID testing opportunities come up next week, both at the Eastern Henrico Health Department on North Laburnum Avenue. The first will take place December 8th from 10 a.m. to noon. The second, December 11th from 1 to 3 p.m. Both are drive-through events limited to 75 tests. You can reserve a spot by calling 205-3501 Monday through Friday between 8 and 5.
Every 12 minutes, a Virginian dies from an opioid overdose.
Every 12 minutes.
Opioid overdoses are on the increase in Henrico. Yes, the opioid epidemic is still impacting residents in Henrico.
But you can help.
To find out what you can do, go to bouncebackhc.com.
That's bouncebackhc.com. Knowledge is power, including learning about naloxone. That's naloxone, which can temporarily reverse the toxic effects of an opioid or heroin overdose.
Get informed, get help, save a life.
Go to bouncebackhc.com. That's bouncebackhc.com.
To equip yourself with the knowledge to help our residents and the community of Henrico County against the opioid epidemic.
Knowing what to do will allow you to be prepared to save a life. Go to bounceBackHC.com today.
That's bounceBackHC.com or call 804-727-8515.
That's 804-727-8515. Directly for substance abuse services.
This message is sponsored by Henrico Area CSB Prevention Services.
And probably to the surprise of no one, Dictionary.com and Merriam-Webster have chosen their word of the year, and it is pandemic. Annually, the two groups base their selection on search trends. The pandemic has helped create new terms such as doom scrolling. Merriam-Webster includes that term under its words we are watching list, but said it hasn't met the criteria to be added to the dictionary quite yet. Well, the Oxford English Dictionary chose to sit this year out. It described 2020 as, quote, a year which cannot be neatly accommodated in one single word, end quote. I think we would all agree with that. Well, if you'd like to get a visitor's perspective of the Richmond region and an understanding of tourism products and offerings, sign up now for the Richmond Region Tourism's I Am Tourism Ambassador Workshop. It's taking place next Thursday, December 10th from 9 to 11 a.m. virtually. The session will include information about the economic impact of tourism as well as an overview of many attractions, events, and activities in the region. A virtual tour will be led by Bill Martin, the executive director of the Valentine, who will guide the class. A custom tour of some of his favorite spots around town. You do need to register. You can do so at tinyurl.com/visitrva. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Commonwealth Catholic Charities. Change the world for a teen who needs you. Become a foster parent. Learn about Commonwealth Catholic Charities' International Foster Care Program today. Call 804-545-5949 or visit cccofva.org to learn more.